Hey, Stephen here from the Stephen McDaniel Golf Academy, Toronto, Sweden. Today I want to talk about how we put our hands on the club. How do we get the right grip? Okay. Often I see a lot of swing problems, and the root of the swing problems can be traced back to an incorrect grip. Okay. If our grip is positioned so that it delivers an open club face, then what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up compensating in our swing to be able to play with this. And oftentimes when we compensate, we swing a little bit too steep and then therefore have incorrect impact positions. So a lot of these problems can be traced back to correct grip. Grip for me has a couple of functions. Number one, the grip provides feedback from the club to me. Okay, I know directly if I have a toe hit or a heel hit or a solid hit. Number two, grip provides a square club face or delivers a club face relatively square back to the ball. And then number three, the grip's purpose is to create speed in the golf swing so that when you're swinging through, you can hit the ball the distance that you need to every time. Okay? So what are the fundamentals to a proper grip? Number one, we want to always make sure that the club face is square before we put our hands on the club. Oftentimes I'll see somebody has a pretty good grip. The club face will be closed or to be a little bit open. And then you start thinking, well, something in my swing that's a problem. So make sure that the club face is square, and how you can do that is make sure the lines on the club here are vertical up and down. I basically hold the club forward, and I can see that these lines are straight up and down. Number two, I'm going to put my left hand on first. And when I put my left hand on first, I'm going to want the heel pad of my hand, this little meaty part of my hand, to sit on top of the club. Okay? And as we see this, you can see this a little bit here. I want this part of my hand to sit right on top of the club there. And as I sit the left hand on top of the club, I can see two knuckles on my left hand, and I can see that my thumb and my hand create a line that points between my chin and my right shoulder. Next, I'm going to put my right hand on, and I want to put my right hand on basically parallel to my left hand. Okay? I don't want my right hand on top of the club. I don't want my right hand under the club. I want my right hand to be basically parallel. And a really important factor to this is making sure that your right thumb is directly over your left thumb. Okay? Your right hand and thumb create a line as well, and that's going to be also pointing between your chin and your right shoulder. So far we've talked about club face number one being square. We're going to put our left hand on so that the heel pad is on top of the club, and I can see two knuckles, and I have this line created with my thumb and my hand pointing between my chin and my right shoulder. Putting my right hand on parallel, and I can see that my right thumb is directly over my left thumb, and this line as well between my thumb and my hand pointing up between my right shoulder and my chin. Okay, there are three different ways to hold the club. You can have what's called a 10-finger grip, with all 10 fingers on the club. This is good for maybe junior golfers, maybe lady golfers trying to get a little bit more speed. If you have a little bit longer fingers, then you can lay your pinky, right hand pinky, between your left hand pointer finger and your long finger, what's known as the Barden grip. And then thirdly, we have the interlock grip, which is Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus. People have a little bit shorter fingers. You're going to interlock the right pinky with the left index finger. Okay, it doesn't really matter as long as the grip is comfortable for you. But lastly, I think a super important key to the correct grip is how hard, our grip pressure, how hard do we hold the club. And I say between 0 to 10, 10 being as hard as I can, 0 being really nothing. Probably between 3 and 5, depending on the type of shot that we want to play. We're going to start with, say, a 3, but during the swing we might increase to a 4 or 5. Okay, but we don't want to start up 4 or 5 and then increase up to an 8 or 9. Okay, so what you want to do to try to find that comfort level is make sure that your fingers and hands are on the club, but your wrists are really relaxed so that you can actually feel the weight of the club head. to feel the grip. Okay, so if you have any questions about the grip, you can go to your local PGA Pro, or you can look at our website, www.mcdanielgolf.com.